Welcome to Career Conversations for the Culture, a career content channel focused on all things career, from career opportunities to get in the bag and common mistakes that we all make. I'm your host, Alicia, reporting to you live from the 215 here at Rec Philly in Philadelphia. Today is our first episode, and I am so excited to run through all of our segments. Whether it's outdated perspectives and That's Stale, Got It From the Muscle, where we highlight inspiring individuals, or my favorite segment, Updates Resumes, where we focus on practices that have us updating our resume and talking to new recruiters. First, I want to take you to learn a little bit more about me in Career Conversations with Alicia. My name is Alicia Roebuck. I am a cisgendered woman, millennial from Philadelphia, 48th and Westminster to be exact. Growing up, I always had the best of both worlds. I grew up in the inner city of West Philadelphia, and I attended one of the most prestigious all-girls school in the state of Pennsylvania, the Baldwin School. I learned so much about different cultures, different perspectives, and I really got the foundation that I needed in my education at Baldwin. After attending an all-girls private school in the suburbs for 13 years, I knew I wanted to go to an historically black college for college. And FAMU was the one. As soon as I stepped on FAMU's campus, I knew I was a rattler. So I spent 5 years in FAMU's 5-year MBA course and learned so much about business, professional development, and I really thought about what I wanted to be in life, which ended up being pretty much a businesswoman. While I was at FAMU, something super exciting happened to me. Although not exciting at the time, I was asked to study abroad with 9 of my classmates in Shanghai, China. My best friend from college, Kiddie, forced me to go, and it would change my life forever. While in China, I hiked the Great Wall of China in Beijing. We actually met John Legend at a random concert outing, but more importantly, I learned about different cultures and different experiences, and it opened up my mind and my world forever. Post-college, I got into an emerging leaders program at one of the largest global consumer insights company in the world. I lived in Harlem. I then moved to Chicago and then ended up living in San Francisco over an 18-month rotational program that would further my perspective on business, culture, and people. I never thought I would end up in market research, but with my love for data, my love for math, my love for people and business, it seemed like the right program and the right first step for me in my career. I spent about 7.5 years doing market research, specifically for media companies, helping them measure what consumers watch, buy, and listen to. But during that path, I knew something was calling me. I was being called to do more career development work. I didn't know what that meant or what that looked like, but I knew that I loved helping people with their resumes and with interview preparation. And at some point, I decided that I would go into what I've now called recruitment and talent acquisition. At the time, I just wanted to help people find a good job. I got into a recruiter job on our consumer packaged goods side of the business, and for the first year, I struggled. I did my best and I did the right things, but something about the process and the systems and the tools just didn't click for me. One year, I took a sick day, and I remember getting pinged left and right by all of my hiring managers asking questions about their current candidates, and I realized in that moment that I had to innovate the process to make it something that would be more seamless and easy for me to use in the future. I got back from my sick day. I spent 2 hours working on spreadsheets and worksheets and documents, and I developed a new and innovative process that would change my career for the better. This process allowed me to give visibility to all of my hiring managers, as well as within the tools to understand exactly where everyone was in their hiring process. I learned that by innovating processes and saving yourself time, being more transparent, and frankly just being thoughtful about your process, that you could actually develop best practices. So best practices is what I developed from that point forward. I was even asked to travel abroad to live in Mexico City for about 4 months to teach our Mexico City team all of the best practices that I had created. So over that 4 years of me being a recruiter, I actually got promoted 4 times. So once almost every year. I was asked to go and train abroad. I became a strategic leader in the lead recruiter role. I was asked to lead all of North America recruitment. And then from there, I got promoted again to be a director. After about 4 years in the role, I decided to go after my dream, which was to work in the tech industry. So today, I work for one of the largest social media and communications organizations in the world. I help a team of more than 7 people schedule some of our top leadership recruitment discussions across the globe. Now, my passions have always been tied to 9-to-5s, but today I sit before you as a full-blown entrepreneur. I have Success in 21 with 2 of my best friends, where we provide curriculum to schools and organizations all around the city of Philadelphia and beyond to help individuals by the age of 21 decide what success looks like for them. I'm also a career coach, where I coach individuals on a one-on-one basis, soon to be on a group basis, to help them navigate their careers in ways that they can be proud of. And finally, I am the host of Career Conversations for the Culture, a career content channel that focuses on all things career. To me, it's the trifecta. It is career content, career curriculum, as well as career coaching. I am so thrilled to be the host of Career Conversations for the Culture, and I look forward to sharing more about my story in the future. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me and my story in Career Conversations with Alicia. Now, let's get into the next segment. That's stale. Oh no! In the That's Stale segment, we're going to talk about things that we believe are outdated and that plague the career space. For our first That's Stale segment, we're going to focus on individual and organizational perspectives on what many call the Great Resignation and what I call the Great Reshuffle. As of May 2022, the unemployment rate held steadily at 3.6%, and U.S. businesses added 390,000 jobs during the full month of May. For the full year of 2021, 75.3 million workers were hired, while 68.9 million quit, were laid off, or discharged. Of those who quit, 47.4 million were voluntary quits. McKinsey states that, quote, most people are leaving to take on very different roles or just leaving the workforce entirely, as they have been operating under extreme circumstances for extended periods and have been unable to find an adequate balance between work and life. So they are choosing life until they absolutely need to go back. The New York Times states this workplace moment has been branded as one of anti-ambition. Not surprisingly, organizations and individuals have found a way to paint those who have chosen the quality of life as the most important value, as unambitious, in an effort to reestablish the loyalty to organizations where job jumpers are frowned upon and 30 years of service is worn as a badge of honor. Despite the anti-ambition sentiment from some, Pew Research Center calls out top reasons for some who left the job in 2021, citing pay being too low, no room for advancement, and feeling disrespected at work. A New York Times article states that many of last year's job quitters are actually job swappers, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Census, which shows a nearly 1-to-1 correlation between the rate of quitting and swapping. Those job switchers have tended to be in leisure, hospitality, and retail. For those who did swap or job jump, education remains a factor in the new opportunities and benefits available to them in their new roles. Data from Pew Research showcases 66% of respondents with a bachelor's degree making more money versus 51% with some college or less. Across the board, we see all respondents seeing improvement in opportunities for career advancement, better benefits, and having more of a choice in the hours that they work. On the flip side, this great reshuffle has left many of the loyalists in organizations taking on more work, being unable to meet their work deadlines, and many now wonder if their pay is high enough. With a record number of open roles, companies will need to continue to create sticky workplaces to retain talent. Harvard Business Review shares 4 steps leaders can take now to best navigate the Great Resignation. 1, be aware of your impact. 2, focus on potential and possibility. 3, make it okay to leave. And 4, give your employees the respect and attention they deserve. Career Conversations for the Culture supports individuals in determining what career success and fulfillment looks like for them and finding companies and opportunities that align.
Corporations have long instilled this idea of loyalty and have hidden behind terms like, it's just business, for far too long, and employees are now choosing life over business. We couldn't be more thrilled. To best summarize our sentiments on persons lacking ambition, quote, because they are choosing to get more money, better benefits, etc., here's a snippet from an article that we thoroughly enjoyed in the New York Times titled, All of Those Quitters, They're at Work. Quote, no one wants to work anymore, read a sign outside of McDonald's featured in a viral TikTok, to which former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich replied, quote, no one wants to be exploited anymore.
Lack of ambition where? As a career coach, you know I support any and all decisions as long as they are based in what it is that you believe is best for you. Now for our next segment, Got It From the Muscle. I am so thrilled to feature Alicia Fields of Sugar and Spice Kiddie Spa in Philadelphia. Now, Got It From the Muscle is a great segment that features inspirational individuals who, through sheer ingenuity, planning, and passion, have achieved their dreams. Alicia Fields is exactly that, inspiring. Tune in.
Alicia Fields is a native of Southwest Philadelphia and is the owner and founder of Sugar and Spice Kiddie Spa in Philadelphia. As one of 10 siblings, Alicia learned early on how to do hair and nails in her early teen years out of necessity. When Alicia had her daughter, Amaya, she established a mission to ensure her daughter and all young women felt beautiful, supported, and celebrated. In June 2015, Sugar and Spice Kiddie Spa opened its first set of doors after more than a year of running mobile spas and parties. Today, Alicia has 2 shops in Pennsylvania and attributes the success of her business to saving as much money from working more than one 9-to-5 in previous years and investing back into her business consistently. Ms. Fields has ambitions of franchising her spa business as well as her mobile kiddie spa bus fleet across the nation. Alicia has contributed much of her success to her husband, Raymond Fields, of Clean Air Cleaning Services, as well as various other entrepreneurial ventures. He has renovated both her stores and revamped all 3 of her mobile spa buses. She also attributes her success to her blended family of 6 children, her parents, siblings, and friends, as well as all of those persons in her community who have long supported her. Today we celebrate and salute Alicia Fields in our first Got It From the Muscle segment, and we hope that you all will visit Sugar and Spice Kiddie Spa at one of their 2 brick and mortar locations and utilize their mobile and bus options. For those of you who are not local to Philadelphia, feel free to purchase one of Alicia's Princess Journals on Amazon.com.
Wow, what an exciting and inspiring story. Alicia Fields, we salute you. I'll actually be bringing Alicia Fields back on for our second episode for Career Conversations with Alicia Fields of Sugar and Spice Kiddie Spa. We'll be on location at her second location in Oxford Valley Mall. For our last segment, we're going to tap into our Updates Resume segment, which is exactly how it sounds. It's the people, places, and things that have us updating our resumes and looking to find new work. I couldn't think of another topic to focus in on for our first segment than the Elon Musk return to office mandate for all Tesla employees. Tune in now.
Return to office is a hot topic for many employees across America. For junior associates entering the workforce, there are concerns that by working remotely, they will be out of sight and out of mind, having difficulty moving up the ranks. Several well-known senior leaders, like Elon Musk, have been adamant about employees returning to the office, touting Tesla employees in China for, quote, burning the 3 a.m. oil, while saying that Americans are, quote, trying to avoid going to work at all. As with many important topics, the perspectives are split with data to speak to the benefits of both the return to the office, where many believe there is more productivity, camaraderie, and water cooler talk, and the benefits of working from home, which many highlight the zero commute/commuter expense, increased work-life balance, and less micromanagement. 2 things that have risen to the top of the discussion are that employees want a choice and that African American employees have a very unique perspective on return to office. In an article published during the first few months of the pandemic, Harvard Business Review shared the reality of Black employee sentiments in an article titled Working from Home While Black. Working from home poses unique authenticity challenges for the relatively small segment of Black people in the U.S. in this new work arrangement. Black employees, who are often numerically underrepresented in professional occupations, regularly grapple with how to counteract negative racial stereotypes that undermine their professional images in the office. Studies show that Black employees who downplay their racial identities are perceived as more professional and are more likely to be hired than those who do not modify their self-presentation, for example. In our research, we have seen studies that have shown a more positive sentiment from Black employees at work, and especially around fair treatment in the workplace since moving to a remote work environment. Now, there are plenty of persons who believe that the return to the office is imperative to social interactions, climbing the ladder, and some just want to return things back to, quote, normal. Betsy McCoffey wrote in her article for the New York Post, quote, "The push to make work remote is one manifestation of the political attack on America's strong work ethic. The stale view of higher productivity being achieved in the office for all jobs has been dispelled in research studies and is based in outdated sentiment. Here at Career Conversations for the Culture, we believe it is important that as an employee, you design what makes most sense for you and your family in your role, and to align that design with that of your current company or align with a new organization that is the right match to your return to office or remote office needs. For managers and organizations looking to support Black persons in office and remotely, Harvard Business Review shares practices for supporting Black employees, specifically in remote workspaces. And The Hill shares ways that you can offer flexibility in how, when, and where employees work. We have tagged both articles to this episode and segment. We will leave you with this quote from the Washington Post, where Funk Adenji is quoted and poignantly articulates our sentiments. Quote, "If you give me a task, I'll get it completed. But communicating and networking in a traditional workspace doesn't really do anything for me. I do want to network. I do want to be able to grow my career. But at the same time, sometimes it's painful to be in that room." We completely agree.
With Mr. Musk's return to office mandate, have you updated your resume? Comment below and tell me how your return to office mandates are affecting you. I really want to hear from you. Well, that marks the end of our first episode of Career Conversations for the Culture. It has been my pleasure to bring you all of these segments, and I look forward to next month's episode as well. Make sure you follow Career Conversations for Culture on all social media sites and YouTube. See you next month.